What's going on, YouTube? You know what it is, man. It's your boy 12 Gauge 365, man. And yeah, man. So Auburn did lose the game. You know, we lost 20-10 to Georgia last night. And you know, honestly, the thing is about the game, man. Auburn came out and did a lot of things that I wasn't expecting. I was hoping that the bye week would serve them well, and they would kind of, take some time to fix those mistakes. And they did. And they did, man. Auburn really surprised me how they came out. Jackson Arnold came out letting the ball go very quickly and very fast. He just proved what happens when you do let that ball go, and he was doing that, man. And I was very proud to watch my Tigers put in work the first quarter. They held the ball, I think, 11 minutes 34 seconds. So they really hogged up the ball. They really soaked up the ball the first quarter, and I really feel like they pretty much showed that, hey man, when you get the bye week, give us some time to fix our mistakes. We're gonna do that, and I feel like Auburn did that, man. You know what I'm saying? I was very proud of Jackson Arnold, man. He really took the ball and ran when it was smart for him to do that. You see, he scored the first touchdown with the with the quarterback run up the middle, pretty much. Found a hole, went through it. You know what I'm saying? Put 7 points on the board. So I felt like Auburn really did. I felt like Auburn really did their job, man. You know what I'm saying? They really felt fresh. They felt like a new team, despite going 3-0 the first three weeks of the season. They looked like even a better team than that, because Jackson Arnold pretty much ran the ball the whole time. It was all about Jackson Arnold's arm the first half of the game. I feel like Auburn did. I feel like Auburn did the best. I feel like Auburn did pretty much about as good as you would want them to do in that situation, man, especially playing Georgia. Georgia is a powerhouse team in the SEC. They've always been there. Kirby Smart is a great coach, always been a great coach. And yeah, man, there's nothing more you can really say about that. Auburn did their job. Defense, played phenomenally as well throughout the whole game. The offense did. The offense played very good for the first half of the game. The refs, again, bro, I don't know what the refs got against Auburn, but the refs screwed us over a few times. A couple of bad penalties, and then Auburn is about to go up 17-0. I predicted that Auburn could possibly go up 14-0. They went 14-0. Within the first 2 or 3 possessions. I felt like they could have made that happen, and they almost did make that happen. They had 3 chances to score. They got the touchdown, then came back on the other possession with the field goal. I felt like they should have got a touchdown. I felt like they should have punched it in on that drive too. But 3 points, 10-0, 2-score lead. That's the best you can ask for against a team like Georgia. And then I felt like once they was about to score again in the second half, that was about to be the 17-0. We was about to go in the second half, because Georgia gets the ball back in the second half. So there was still like a minute. I think there was still like a minute and a half after Auburn's possession. I felt like Jackson Arnold punched it in for a touchdown before the technical fumble, however you want to call it, man. I don't think it was a fumble. I think once the ball touches that line, that's from what I've always understood, college or professional, once that ball crosses those pylons and crosses that line, the tip of the ball, all you need is the tip of the ball to cross that threshold. And once you do that, that's a touchdown. It don't matter what happened after that. And the refs kind of screwed us over. They called it a fumble and gave it to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's a minute and 20, a minute and a half left in the first half. It was already dangerous giving Georgia the ball back, knowing they was gonna get the ball back in the second half, and giving them the ball back in the first half with that much time left on there to put some points on the board. And they did that, man. It's you know what I'm saying? It's kind of. Man, it's kind of one of those situations where it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, man. But then again, it's only so much you can put on Auburn, and so much you can put on Kirby. I mean, not Kirby, but it's only so much you can put on Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze came up with a master game plan. I felt like Hugh did what he was supposed to do, man. This was supposed to be Auburn's week to shut the haters down. Even though we came out 2-0, we 2-0 in the conference. This was supposed to be our game. It was supposed to be a trap game for Georgia, and it was supposed to be Auburn's statement game for the season. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Georgia was going to edge us out anyway in the beginning of the season, but after seeing how the season went, I thought at least we was going to take. I didn't think we was going to go 0-3 for those 3 weeks that I said was going to be our toughest weeks of the season. In addition to the Alabama Iron Bowl, so I felt like Auburn played as well as you can play. I do feel like in the second half, Jackson Arnold did miss a few passes, but that's just one of those things that sets Jackson Arnold from the elite company of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Todd Simpson would have made some of those passes. The thing is like Jackson Arnold is a great quarterback, and I'm not gonna trash him as a quarterback. But he's a runner. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a runner. He does have pure passer moments, but I don't think he can't win the game with his arm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to just win the game with his arm. I felt like, I don't know, man. I felt like he missed a lot of easy passes that would have definitely put the game in our favor. Because think about it, man. We go into the second half 17-0, or even 17-3 if you add the 3 points Georgia added at the end of the first half. We go into the second half 17-3. If Jackson doesn't miss some of those passes, even though Georgia probably will score again on that in the second half to even the game up. But at this point, it would have been 17-10. And if Jackson Arnold doesn't miss some of those passes, we go up 24-10. And Georgia's really, really having to fight to come back. That just shifted the whole momentum of the game. As soon as the refs took that touchdown from us and considered it a fumble to turn it over for Georgia, that pretty much killed the momentum that we would have had. Like, my homie texted me, shout out to Mizzy Lifestyle. My homie texted me during the game after I was just like, man, dang, man, they just screwed us over. Mizzy texted me, he was just like, man, yeah, it's over. And this was in the first half, and we still up 10-0. Like, I was like, yeah, bro. Like, I pretty much agreed with him, bro, because we've seen these things happen, bro. He's a phenomenal he's a phenomenal mind when it comes to assessing the games and stuff. Even when he's not talking about Alabama football, like he's real good at. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like the bigger sports guy in the group. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like the MMA, the fighting guy. You know what I'm saying? He's the sports guy, basketball, football. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much on it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when he texted me that, I'm just like, yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me being as an Auburn fan and seeing how these things happen, like, yeah, bro. Like, it was pretty much, we knew it was going to pretty much be, we knew it was pretty much going to be over with after that. So yeah, and like I said, it went downhill from there. Like, my wife hit me up. She was just like, cause she saw my face. Like, once it happened, like, she saw my face and she was just like, man, what's going on? And I was just like, yeah. She's like, is the team losing? And I'm just like, nah, they ain't losing, but it's finna go downhill from here. And this is like, you know what I'm saying? A minute and a half left in the second. We still up 10-0, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, Auburn will find a way to lose. You know what I'm saying? And the refs played a part in it, and Jackson Arnold not being as accurate as he should be in those crunch time moments. You know what I'm saying? You can start out on fire, but you got to finish, though, man. And that's Auburn's biggest problem, bro. They just don't finish. And, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? We are on to the next one. So, we do have Missouri next. That's probably gonna be another tough game for us, but you know what I'm saying. I feel like that's a game. I feel like that's another one of those games, man. Like, Auburn is always like right there. You know what I'm saying? When you look at these losses, bro, like they are close games. These are all winnable games. Like, Auburn is headed in the right direction, and like for the first time, like it seems like they're headed in the right direction, and it's not. And it's not a fluke, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like we have a lot of potential. We got Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, and then Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt might be another tough game for us. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's possible we get another couple of more losses, but I just feel like they're gonna be close games. Like, nobody's like stomping us out like they used to. So, like, I feel like we are in an upward trajectory. Like, we just have to get a quarterback. Like, I'm not sure. I think Jackson Arnold's a junior, so you know, who knows what his future decisions is going to be. Like, you know, the transfer portal has been going crazy these past couple of years, ever since they switched stuff up with the rules. So, you know, who knows what his decisions will be. But I do feel like with I feel like, I don't know if Ashton Daniels comes back. I feel like he could be a good quarterback for us as well. But, you know, everybody knows Deuce Knight is supposed to be the next big man up. So I feel like we have a lot of hope and a lot of promise. Hopefully we keep the recruits coming in and keep our defense as spruced up and as roided up as we got. So hopefully hopefully that keeps going on. But, you know, I feel like we still have a lot of potential and we still have a lot of reasons to have hope. So, you know, this might be a good pivotal, you know, season for us. But, you know, I also feel like this could probably go just as, like I said, we probably have another 7-5 season, or probably even worse than that. But it has to come with an asterisk though, because it's just a lot. It's just a few pieces that we still have to, you know, put together. Like we have to finish, and we have to give a slightly more accurate quarterback. If Jackson Arnold comes back another year, I feel like he'll play a lot better. You know, Cam Coleman, I feel like I think he's a sophomore. So that means he'll come back another year. Eric Singleton, like with the season he's having, like I wouldn't be surprised if he just, you know what I'm saying, takes off somewhere else. But hopefully we keep the same amount of talent coming. You know, we keep the same amount of talent, so the coach can keep up with the trajectory that they're going in, because we don't want to see them regress like they have been doing in years, for the past years. So, you know, we just want to keep that upward trajectory. So hopefully we have a lot more promise coming up within these next couple of weeks. We can snatch a few games before that Iron Bowl, and then definitely we'll have something to be proud of, you know, to salvage this season at least. But anyway, man, we'll just keep this thing rolling, man. So yeah, we'll be back at y'all with the next one. Like I said, be on the lookout for the next couple of videos I'm dropping, man. It's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up that I got planned. So yeah, man, we'll just keep a watch of that, man, and we'll see y'all on the next one, man. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and stay blessed. 12 Gauge out. We'll see y'all on the next one.